What's up, everyone? It's your boy NR2003 aka Nathan Stapleton here, and welcome everyone to Homestead-Miami Speedway. The final time on Season 4, and for the final time probably ever, we are here for Uncharted qualifying for Season 4 of the JBL Cup Series. And we will find out which 4 will make it into the JBL 400 to end the season. And of course, earlier today we had part-time qualifying for the Power Cup Series, and now it's time for the Uncharted Drivers. I'm not alone for this one. I am joined by Amanda Miller and Alex Graham up here in the JBL booth.
Good to be back up here once again. Always good fun.
I know you don't want to do this, Nathan, but here we are one last time.
Yeah, it's kind of grown into the fact that I don't like doing this anymore. At least the Uncharted qualifying, but it is what it is. One final time. I wasn't gonna stop us in the middle of the season, but one guy that has really loved these Uncharted qualifying is Lance Smith Jr. and his 33 has made the most of them this season for the JBL Cup Series and trying to make it into one more start. Of course, Homestead's been the finale for all 4 seasons of the JBL Cup Series, but that will be no more, as it was announced a couple of weeks ago in the Discord that Homestead will not be the finale anymore. It'll still be on the schedule, but new finale in Season 5 in 2024. We got a little bit of a new I as well. It's going to be multi-grooves, but it's going to be something that will be called, what I'm going to call the Homestead Stripe. Just like Darlington, if you step out of the groove, you can easily snap the wall. So, how do you guys think that might play into a factor in this championship race?
I think number one thing you're gonna have to do, first, just try to keep it off of that wall, because generally when you get up there, that's gonna at a track like this, that'll cause some aero problems. So hopefully everyone will be able to keep it clean. Of course, hoping for a good championship fight. But Homestead usually, especially the version that we're at here tonight, usually makes for some exciting, thrilling racing, and I think that we could speak on all 3 of our channels to attest to that.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a fun track, as it always is. We'll have the Turkey Hill Truck Series finale here. It's the only finale we really do at this track anymore over on my channel, but still a great track. Great track in real life as well. And we'll just have to see, like you said there, Nathan, that Homestead Stripe. We saw that a little bit when the Wall Cup Series came here back in February, and he's got to be careful off the exit of these corners. It's a tight little track here at Homestead, and especially off the exit of turn 2, we'll see that, I feel like, in tomorrow's race. So, gonna be interesting. That's all I gotta say. And if you're one of these 2 championship competitors in tomorrow's event, you got Derek Hamill, Justin Seidel going for it right there. Trey Smith also kind of with a shot as well. You gotta make sure you keep your car clean if you're gonna have an opportunity at this title.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, it's really only 2 that have a great shot, but if anything happens between Seidel or Hamill, Trey Smith is only 26 points back, so not a long shot when we have 40 cars and the max points is 43 points, I believe. So it's not a long shot, but definitely needs a lot of help for Trey Smith. Right now, the 4 that would make it into the JBL 400 would be Darian Ton, who most recently won at Phoenix last time out. For some reason, Phoenix, Uncharted Driver won both times this season. Uncharted Driver swept the races this season and trying to get one more victory and steal one more from these drivers. And of course, with no more Uncharted qualifying in Season 5, unfortunately to these teams that have been in these part-time qualifying sessions and races in the past, there going to be no more. But let's just say we got some stuff cooking behind the scenes that will counter out the part-time qualifying sessions going away. Right now is the 27 of Trent Screen, the 62 of Darian Ton, the 2 drivers that have won the season as a Uncharted driver, and AJ Crash and Eric Blue rounds out the top 4 with 5 minutes left to go here in Uncharted qualifying. And of course, in the Power Truck Series race, it's going to be a pure night race, but for these Cup Series drivers, it's going to be a day to night race. It's going to start in the day, transition into the sunset, and then eventually, by the race is over, it's going to be almost night. So, how do you think that might play into a factor for the long one, knowing that it'll be a two-stopper here on Friday night?
Well, if the race goes green, especially, that'll make it so that the track will be a little more bitey, a little more grippy, probably by the end of the race as compared to early on. So that might allow for a little more aggression, a little more hard racing, and especially if you've got Zidell in a decent position to try to get some points on Derek Hamill, then you might see him being able to try to slash and dice his way through a little bit more than possibly earlier on. So, that's going to be a really neat factor to it, Nathan. I'm actually glad that you mentioned that.
Yeah, two stops always, plays into strategy, and especially when that last stop will be will determine how the race ends up going. I'm intrigued to see how it ends up playing out, especially for Zidell, because he's the one chasing Derek Hamill in this championship. He's got 15 points. Will that team play something there at the end to possibly steal the win away, maybe the championship away? 15 points is only 15 positions, and you take out the bonus points for leading laps and all that. It could be very tight if Derek Hamill does not end up starting well in this race. So intrigued to see how that ends up going down.
Yeah, of course, you mentioned about Derek Hamill. He has been very strong at Phoenix this season. He started 10th last week at Phoenix, but fell back and finished, I believe, around 20th or so. And Zidell massively improved, and I believe Hamill finished 18th or something like that, and Zidell got top 5. So Zidell was able to shorten the gap from 25 points roughly to 15 points. If he can do that again and have a similar scenario where Hamill falls back and Zidell moves up to the front, Zidell in the number 5 could steal this championship away. And of course, I've mentioned that all season long, Ford's been the dominant manufacturer, with Richard Kino and Jordan Stout being the dominant too, and they fell off the last couple of weeks, and now the only real Ford that we have a shot at the championship is Trey Smith in third, 26 points back. Other than that, more than likely a Chevy will win. So a very unfortunate end to the season for Ford that has absolutely dominated season 4 of the JBL Cup Series. And well, speaking of Chevys, the 50 of BB Perez just jumped up to the top of the board. Clash moves up to second, and then Twain Schooling in third, and Eric Wu in fourth rounds out the top 4 with 2 minutes and change left here at Homestead to try to see if he makes it into the JBL 400.
I mean, with that 50 being where they are right now, they were several car lengths behind a series of cars in front of them, and that is going to allow for the most draft. But you're not going to have to lift off so that you don't hit the guy in front of you. So that spot that the 50 was in there is pretty much why they got that lap. And same for the 79, really, even having a little bit of help in the back. So this is the best way to try to time it, to try to get into the front 4. But right now, with the clock ticking down, I'd be surprised if we see that much shuffling at this point for that.
Once you get to the end of the run, that does it, and tires start to wear out. So I think it's pretty safe to say we got our 4 drivers locked in for the race tomorrow night.
Yeah, most likely. Now to the point where when I was stuck to talk about, but of course, Homestead not the finale next season. I'm not gonna say anything about what the new finale is gonna be. I already know what it is, but I'm not saying anything. But Homestead's been a great finale for all 4 seasons of the JBL Cup Series and the Power Truck Series. Of course, tomorrow night we will have a much closer championship battle for the Power Truck Series Championship, with up to 9 drivers with mathematical shot, and with most likely 5 or 6 with a realistic shot. And then of course on Friday night, a special start time of 6 p.m. for being a day to night race will be the championship finale. And with a couple of resets left to go, I believe the 4 drivers that will make it into the season finale for JBL 400 will be BB Rez, AJ Clash, Trans Green, and Eric Wood.
Not too surprised on Eric Drew there. Always been fast. Of course, that 27 has always been fast as well. Whenever you and I have done these races, Nathan, really no surprise seeing that 27 looking awfully fast. 50, of course, looking good, but credit to the 79 as well. Going to be looking to get through here. Only 30 seconds left. I think this will be pretty much it. But I'll also give credit to these top 4 because they're also going to have that little bit more track time. I always bring that up. A little more track time always helps to know how the car is going to behave come the actual main event.
I have nothing else to say at this point. I'm sorry. Let's get this championship battle underway. How's that sound?
And that's exactly what we're going to do. The final Uncharted qualifying session is over here at Homestead-Miami. And BB Rez, AJ Crash, Trans Green, and Eric will all make it into the JBL 400. And meanwhile, unfortunately for Darian Ton, who won that fancy one, not make it into the finale. Clark Bajan the third, while Kennington Lance Smith Jr., who I'm pretty sure is going to go down with the most starts as an Uncharted driver this season in the JBL Cup Series. Will Parrish and Troy Gossett will all not make it into the finale, and those guys will have to wait until 2024 for a Cup Series race to try and make it for signups. But of course, they don't have to wait that long because we got IMSA August signups here in about less than a month, 3 or 4 weeks time. So, final thoughts before we get to the main event here on Friday night in the JBL 400 for the season 4 finale.
Well, just hoping for an exciting race. Good luck to the championship contenders. Of course, good luck to the 4 drivers that made it through here tonight. Of course, I have a soft spot for Mr. Zidell because he was my original Chick-fil-A Cup Series owner, so rooting for him. But we're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm glad I'm going to get to share it with the both of you guys.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it all goes down. You know, knowing how it's been over in the Wall Cup Series and the title race we have going over there, you know, got something similar and it's something to get myself ready for it going forward. So we'll just have to see. You know, I'm kind of rooting for Zidell as well. Kind of the underdog. I always like to see pass for the championship at the end, but Derek's also had a great season as well, and the best man win.
It's gonna be
you gotta plug your content there, Alex.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's how I know how to talk.
Well, it all comes down to this Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 67 laps, JBL 400, Season 4 finale, and we will crown a Season 4 champion. Will it be Zidell? Will it be Hamill? Will it be Trey Smith? Or will it be someone random with Upton, Watson, you know, all 33, 35, 37 points back? Will they somehow have a shot? Who knows? 6 drivers with a mathematical shot. Actually, 7 with a mathematical shot. But realistically, it's going to come down to Hamill and Zidell. Find out who becomes the Season 4 champion on Friday night. And for Alex and Andrew, I'm Nathan Stapleton. And we will see you guys the next 2 days as we crown double champions here on NS Racing 97. Bye!